It's the Movie Toasty Show, here for you. Dennis and Adam joke about orgasms and sweet movie reviews. We talk about TV too, right?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah! Movie Toast.
What's up? Welcome to episode 223 of Movie Toast News and Reviews. Dennis, there's so much I can't wait to talk about with you today. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm looking forward to hearing your reviews. I know I've been posting a lot of great stuff this last week, so I can't wait to hear what you got about some very interesting titles that I have yet to get a chance to see myself yet.
Fair enough.
That and I got an oldie, that one that you had told me I would enjoy, so I'm very excited to share my review of that. It's like, and this piece of shit. You'll just have to wait and see, folks.
Well, I guess why keep everyone in suspense? I guess we should get into the first part of the show, a little thing that we like to call news.
Gather round, folks, it's time for the scoop. Tune your ears in, let's join the loop.
Tune those ears in, folks.
You always got to tune them in. If not, what the fuck are you doing with your life, folks? All right. As spooky season approaches, AMC Theaters has come up with a delightfully spooky new deal called the Slash Pass. For $66.66, horror fans can purchase said pass and see up to 6 horror movies. They'll have the choice of choosing between both retro and current releases. Not only that, but they can also use the pass any way they see fit, whether they want to see the same movie 6 times, whether they want to see 6 movies in a row, or the nice part about this is they can bring 5 friends with them and see one movie. They can just divide and conquer whatever they want as long as they get 6 slots. I feel like this is kind of cool. How do you feel about something like this?
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's essentially a package deal on 6 tickets that as long as those movies you watch are on this list of films, that I think that's cool. That's a fun way to, especially if you already know you're going. That's a great discount, to be honest. $11.11 for a 1 movie ticket is way better than most places now. Yeah. So that's a fun approach to it. That's cool.
And of course, they are actually going to be doing horror movies all year. Like I looked at the schedule of movies they have, and it goes all the ways to December. So you don't get to use it all in September or October. You can spread the love out as much as you want.
That's great. Okay, I was going to say, it's like if it's one person going one at a time. For most people, I would say that would take a while to get through. Some of us, that's just an afternoon.
Yeah. You know, I recently had to tell some of my coworkers, I'm like, I'm going to go see 4 movies tonight. And they're like, what? I'm like, these movie theaters are far from me. I want to get my money's worth. And I'm like, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a dork.
That's right. No, I told Val that the other day. It's like, oh yeah, he's got like 4 movies he's going to after work. She's like, what the fuck is he doing? He's going to see movies.
In my defense, it was only 2 that night. I only got to 2 that day.
Oh, okay. Why?
Yeah. I mean, which 2 is still crazy after working 12 hours. And I don't know.
The man knows how he likes to. Oh, okay. I was going to say the man knows how to relax, but I guess you did. So.
I did, yeah. But I pretty much saw the whole movie. I missed little segments here and there, but I got the gist. So if you happen to listen to reviews in episode 222, take those with a grain of salt if I gave them. Well, all right. Up next, it looks like HBO Max and Mike White are taking their hugely popular series, The White Lotus, to France for its 4th season. I don't know. How do you feel about a French set season, Dennis?
It's funny. Val's been working this week. This is the show she's had on the background noise. So we just finished the whole run of the series, top to bottom.
Nice.
And School of Rock was on the other day. I'm like,
you're Mike Whiting it up.
Yeah, all over the place. School of Rock. Why not? I think that's kind of a logical, because you need to, so imagine like French Riviera. You know, it needs to be these high ticket locations, these beautiful, fantastic locales. thoroughly enjoyed the last season. I think the location was such a beautiful character, and the fact that it was that very tropical jungle presentation of Thailand was gorgeous. So I think France makes total sense.
Speaking of which, Dennis, you can now own season 3 on DVD and Blu-ray, and you got some cool bonus features here. You got invitation to the set, welcome to Thailand, Thai tea, closet tour, unpacking each episode, get to know the characters, and so much more, all for $20, all 8 episodes. You can relive the glory, the pain, the comedy, and the killings.
That's a great deal, actually. That's awesome,
right?
That is really solid, and especially for 8 episodes of that show. That's a steal.
8
with
hours
all the bonus stuff.
Quality TV.
Yeah, and we were just talking about this the other day. I miss when they used to put a lot of cool shit on DVDs. So getting to see that behind the scenes look at everything at your fingertips. That's a good good deal.
You don't get all of that on the streamer. And like in the past, when I've done like some, because we get Warner Brothers DVDs and whatnot to kind of talk about. I did many different cartoon series and shows from the past, and everyone was like, I can stream that on Max. And I'm always like, oh no, that show's been pulled, or yeah, you could stream it now, but who knows later. And of course, Max has been fucking purging everything. So it's like, you really don't know if you can count on streamers.
Nothing is safe.
So buy it while you can.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's kind of the misnomer. People get lulled into that sense of security of like, oh, well, I pay for all these streamers, so I'll always have access to these things. Like, well, you don't. You don't own any of those things. And
even like, we're not even talking about this story in our segment today, but I guess we can talk about it while we're talking about it. Amazon has just been sued for like millions because people realize they don't own the movies that they purchase on their streamer site. And it's like, everyone's known for years you don't own them, but you feel like you should be able to own them.
Right. Well, it's the downfall of physical media. That's what we're losing out on by not having physical media anymore. I mean, you just look at what's people's reactions to the Switch 2, and I don't blame them. That's like, there's situations I don't want to have to download everything, or like constantly be worrying about how much hard drive space I have left. Like,
and that's the thing with mine. I got Mario Kart World, install it, and then I want to I transfer over my games from my other system. It's like, oh, we'll do the virtual disc or whatever the fuck they're called. And it's like, cool, so I don't gotta put the disc in. No, you still gotta put it in, but we're just taking up the space on your hard drive. And it's like, fuck you.
It's like a key card, it's like it's just something that gives you access instead of it being the thing. I just don't. Why do that to us? I know they've been doing it for years, but still.
But you used to have the choice whether you want it digital or an actual physical copy. Now they're trying to move away from that. Fuck it. I don't like that.
Yeah. I agree.
We're not here to complain about that, I guess. Anything before we move on from the old
no. I am looking forward to Le White Lotus. Terrible French accent. I'm never doing that again. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. All right. Well, speaking of Prime, it looks like Prime Video is adapting the genre-bending video game series Life is Strange into a streaming series. The live-action series follows Max, a photography student who discovers she can rewind time while saving the life of her childhood best friend, Chloe. As she struggles to understand the new skill, the pair investigate the mysterious disappearance of a fellow student, uncovering a dark side of their town that will ultimately force them to make an impossible life or death choice that will impact them forever. I mean, I feel like this lends itself to a TV series, because isn't the game built in like episodic episodes?
From what I understand, yes. I've never played it myself, but the video game channel that I really, really like, they've done a lot of coverage of it, and it's sequels and prequels and stuff that I know are in various stages of. Some have been done, some aren't. Anyways, the story it's perfect for this type of treatment. I think this kind of like sci-fi-ish but present day sort of thing. It looks right. It's a really cool setting, and I'd definitely be checking this one out. It sounded interesting to me as a game concept, but I'm curious to see how they adapt it to the screen. And I'm with you. And as you said, a series makes way more sense than a movie. Really,
like I feel like if you wanted to do a franchise of movies, sure, but I feel like you can do so much more in episode to episode arcs. I don't know.
And Amazon's proven the formula, and I'm glad they're now not afraid of Like it's the curse of video game based media is lifted.
It's slowly dissipating.
Yeah,
Video games essentially are now the new superhero, because we're not only getting movies, we're getting series, we're getting everything. Like,
yep,
that's what we're gonna get for the next 10 years, I'm betting. And it's like cool, but hopefully it doesn't lose its specialness.
Right. Yeah. If anything, I kind of am hoping that more people recognize that video games as a medium of storytelling should be like respected a little more. It is, in fact, sometimes those things are written for way longer than any movie or books, or even the amount of attention it takes to fill out these worlds. So it's cool that like, they're kind of getting their due now.
Because nobody thinks about, okay, we got the main storyline, then we get the side quests, then we get all the other random things that happen. People have to write that shit. People have to animate that. Like the production of these things, nobody ever thinks about. And that's why we're getting things like GTA 6 being delayed so they can perfectly get it all made and whatnot.
Yep. Rockstar don't fuck around.
True that. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, speaking of Prime Video, it looks like things are looking a bit grim for the second season of their series, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Even though the series was recently awarded a $22.4 million tax credit from the California Film Commission, and Yellow Jacket star Sophie Thatcher and Anora star Mark Edelstein had signed on as regulars in the series, it looks like production has been put on an indefinite hold, quote unquote, because of cast availability. But oddly enough, the same day they announced that, right after they announced that the showrunner, Francesca Sloan, who created and executive produces the series with Donald Glover, just signed an overall deal with HBO, and she's starting to write the third season of Big Little Lies. So I feel like something's going on there.
Yeah. It's one where like I feel like there was such a limited amount of time they were advertising for it that I kind of like at times I'd forget it exists until you know you'd mention something in the show, or like upcoming Donald Glover project. Oh, but he's working around the schedule for Mr. and oh, that's right, he's doing a fucking series. I forgot. It was just too bad. I mean, this is also I think a part of the problem of when you have so many things on your plate. I just set it aside, like especially when there's years worth of other streaming things that I've never got around to watching, that it's like you know,
you're right, that's the issue. I literally last week or the past 2 weeks, there's been like 6 different streaming series that I'm like, I want to watch, but I'm already watching 18 other things. I keep a list on my phone and I'm like, will I ever get to these items? Who knows?
Right. I'm with you, man. Yeah, I was we were charging through Mr. Robot pretty well, and then several other things, you know, started coming back, or things we were looking forward to catching again, you know. So
and especially now that shows are premiering all different times of the year. It's not just September or March. It's now summer, winter, whatever the fuck the studios want to do.
Exactly. The seasons are kind of like breaking apart a little bit, which I guess is kind of a good thing. You're not waiting for fall for everything to come back at once, or that odd summer series that you like. It's
at the same point, we're also getting like a third of the episodes. Like now, like 8 to 12 episodes are like a season, opposed to 20 to 22. Yeah.
It was a bummer when realizing like Sunny was already done. It was just
fly right through that season.
Yeah. It's like I wanted more time with the gang, but fair enough. If you're going to be doing it for another,
they'll be back in
25 years. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Well, sticking in the realm of streaming series, the Conjuring movies might be done, but we're about to see a hell of a lot more of the Warrens. Our next story is about HBO, of course. A few episodes ago, we mentioned that they were developing a Conjuring-based series. Well, now it looks like after the success of The Conjuring Last Rites, making, I want to say, like 80 million domestically first weekend, and overall the first weekend throughout the whole world, almost 200,000, 200, some crazy numbers, shattering box office records. They announced that they've finally found a showrunner for the series. They've tapped Nancy Wan, and she has one hell of a resume. She's got shows like Jericho, Everwood, Jessica Jones, Supernatural, and so many other shows. So it's like, all right, this person.
This is a practiced hand in this kind of exactly. Nice. So I'm curious that after all these fucking movies, where are they setting this? Is it like
Yeah,
in the middle of the story,
that's
their story, or
that's the thing,
I
because they definitively said this is the final movie, but I'm not reviewing the movie here. I will review it on a later YouTube review. But so essentially, in this current movie that's out right now, The Last Rites, it starts off with seeing a young version of the Warrens as they're giving birth to their child, and they have a younger cast. So it's like, all right, you could do that. But
oh
at the
shit.
same point, the whole movie feels like they're shifting gears, and now the daughter and her now husband are going to take over. But right at the very end of the movie, like the new husband and Patrick Wilson's character are in the room where all the items are kept. The guy's like, "Oh, how many cases have you had?" And Patrick Wilson's like, "Thousands." So it's like, okay, so what are we doing?
There's
Are
a
we doing
lot of
a?
story. Yeah, okay.
I
Makes
don't know.
sense. I mean, they made a career off of doing this shit, right? So like the real Warrens.
Yeah, but
So
the
it's
scary thing here
yeah.
this week, James Wan isn't sure if he's going to continue on with the franchise, because apparently the studio doesn't want to pay out as much as he feels like he's owed. And he's essentially the architect of this whole universe. So it's like, if we
Yeah.
lose James Gunn, is this franchise going to be as fresh and interesting as it
Or
currently
James
is?
Wan. Yeah.
Yeah. Did I say Gunn? I
Yeah.
probably did.
That would
Fuck.
be
Yeah, I
that
know.
would be a wild movie.
Not the same at all.
No. Yeah,
But
that's sorry.
No, I it's all good. Now, have you watched any of these movies? I know you're not a giant horror movie fan
Oh, I mean, I'm not a big fan of these. I mean, I think I've
of the
watched
paranormal.
one, just yeah, like just this particular, because the way they always struck me, I don't like the ones that feel like this, like it's the PG-13, the things that I would have been excited about as a teenager. That's just full of cheap jump scares.
Mm-hmm.
I no offense to those who are a big fan of the series, but I lump a lot of movies like that together, and I usually don't watch them. I'd rather the slashers. I don't mind paranormal horror, but I want it to truly be horror and not just a jump scary mess, you know?
True.
Or like 20 minutes of fucking nothing happening, and then we get a loud thud to try to get you to jump in your movie theater seat. But like, I loved it. I'm looking forward to Welcome to Derry. That shit is fantastic. I'm all about that. I feel like that's kind of paranormal horror to me. With a little more straight on traditional horror too, with just how Pennywise presents himself.
But I mean, it's a clown that's been around for hundreds of years, so that definitely has to be paranormal.
Oh yeah, exactly. Ancient Indian Burial Ground, the classic Stephen King. Fucking
I feel like that's
reason for everything.
Coming out like next month, isn't it?
It's coming up soon.
God.
Yeah, I've already seen
the trailers.
Oh yeah. I don't blame you,
because I don't want to ruin anything. But the fact
Right.
that they're getting back what's his face to play Pennywise is kind of exciting. I feel.
Oh yes. Oh my god. And he's so fantastic at playing that character, as he is with just about everything. I mean, I really thoroughly enjoyed the was it Locked? That was I liked it.
And it's interesting talking about him as Pennywise. Remember when they cast him? Everyone's like, I don't know, nobody can hold the light to fucking Tim Curry. Like Tim Curry's fantastic.
Yeah,
but there was something new and darker added to that role. I feel.
Yes, there was this. There's a sinister just tone that he brings to that character that he doesn't even need to say very much. His physical presence brings so much to the screen. Did a brilliant job.
Heck yeah.
So fuck yeah. I'll definitely be checking that series out when it hits.
For sure.
I digress.
On the show. No, we both did. Let's stick with the world of franchises becoming serious. Even though the Fast and Furious is pumping the brakes and wrapping up the film franchise with its next movie, supposedly, rumor has it that a prequel streaming series is in development. It's supposedly going to be taking place in the 90s and will show us how Dom and his family got into the world of fast cars and furious situations. I don't know. Do you think we need a Fast and Furious prequel series, Dennis? I know how you feel about this whole franchise.
The pilot just needs to be. Did I ever tell you about when I had my first Corona? And it's like that's the setup. It's like we're going back to his first beer, and this is when he robs his first fucking semi truck or whatever.
Man. Yes, because nobody remembers the original movies was about them robbing DVD players off of trucks. It It wasn't heist. It wasn't saving the world. It was they were
No.
shitty people stealing shitty, mediocre DVD players
to
which
fuel
were expensive
their
at the time.
oh, of course, and all of this just to fuel their street racing like addiction,
Yes.
selling shit off to buy more car parts. Like, it's so funny.
And yet,
Just so they
at
could
the
soup
same
up their
time,
cars
they
to
had their
steal
own
more credit.
repair shop.
Yes.
They had their own repair shop, but that didn't make enough money. They had to
No.
turn
course
to
not.
the life of crime.
That's right.
And
'Cause
it's like
edgy.
Fast X, a lot of the backstory was seeing Vin Diesel and his brother as children. We had flashbacks to them and dealing with their dad and their dad's death. And that was the weakest part of the movie for me. So it's like, am I excited to see that as a show? No, but I
Right.
feel like there's potential to do something more and add to the racing. I want more racing. I want more Los Angeles. So if that's what we're getting, I'd be happy. But I don't want what I got in Fast X. I don't know.
Yeah. If they actually take it back to practical like racing stories,
Mhm.
that would be
Yeah.
pretty badass. That would actually probably get my attention. But
Right?
until I'm proven wrong,
Uh-huh.
I'm not holding my breath.
Fair enough. And I
Sorry,
love it. I
Vin.
recently saw one of the producers was being interviewed the other day, and she's like, "Yeah, I think taking a car into space, we might have really made a mistake there in that last movie." And it's
You
like, "Oh, you
launched this
think taking a car into space with Ludacris
Yeah.
was a weird choice? Okay, I'm happy you could see that years later."
It's like not jumping the shark. It's like fucking sending a shark to
Jumping the
space.
moon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, exactly. The Fonz isn't even like a factor anymore.
Remember that gag in Arrested Development with him jumping the shark? I think
That's
going to like
right.
Burger King.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They have such good food there. That is such a wonderful restaurant. God, Henry Winkler is a fucking treasure.
I'm gonna miss him when he goes, man. That guy is fantastic.
Oh, he's wonderful. Yeah, yeah. Totally
Speaking of tasty things, Dennis, Hannibal creator Brian Fuller has been trying to revive his cult classic series Hannibal for years, and now he thinks he's figured out a way to do it. He wants to make a limited series adaptation of The Silence of the Lamb. Of course, he wants Mad Mikkelsen to return as Hannibal Lecter, but he has his sights set on Zendaya to play Clarice. And of course,
Okay.
Jodie Foster perfectly brought Clarice to life in the film, but Fuller has a radical new take on the character. And here's what he had to say. I always love the idea of casting somebody who's not white in that role. Having a race play a factor in Clarice's background in a way that race plays a factor in everybody's background, I think would be interesting to explore with the character. And I'm like, you know what, I guess, but it'd be interesting. But do you see Zendaya going back to TV? And I feel like, why not just make a movie? Why make a series? I don't know.
I don't know. I could see her doing this. Her episode of The Studio was just fucking fantastic.
Oh, that's true.
I could see her playing this character. Now, you know,
I think she'd be great.
No, the original film is still a fantastic fucking film to this day. But getting to spend a little more time with the character, because I never read the book, but from what I understand, they actually cut quite a bit out for the movie to work. So as a series, I'm curious to see what else they get to put back in, because I believe that there's more than one killer they're hunting over the course of Silence of the Lamb. It's not just Buffalo Bill, but there's other characters that they come across, from what I understand. But correct me if I'm wrong there, Toasties. But yeah, I don't know, that could be interesting. She's extremely talented on screen, so I think she can deliver the seriousness of Clarice just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Very
it's
well,
like,
in fact.
I feel like now that Amazon Prime has they have MGM Studios, I feel like this would be prime for them to do it. They could put it on Prime Video or whatnot. But the weird thing is, I don't know if you remember, I want to say 2021 or 2023, I think CBS had a Clarice show that only lasted one season. But it wasn't Zendaya.
No, of course.
But I don't know.
That's funny.
So,
Were they trying to tie that into Hannibal?
No, I think it was just seeing
totally
her like rising
Okay.
through the ranks, which sounded like a fun show, but I never gave it a shot. So
yeah,
I guess I can't speak.
Interesting.
But,
okay.
Yeah. So I guess time will tell. I mean, he's been
Yeah,
trying to get this show off the ground since they canceled it what feels like 10 to 15 years ago. So maybe this could
Jesus,
be the
right?
shot in the ass it needs.
That'd be
All
cool. And
right.
it's lived on so well in street, like it
Oh yeah.
had a new life in streaming, so I get why people are still discovering it for the first time even now. So
And Mads Mikkelsen. And from what I did watch some of the first season, it had a very distinctive style that I really enjoyed. Like the colors and the cinematography and the
nice.
acting. Mikkelsen is
Like,
fantastic.
yeah, that's amazing.
Why not bring him back? Why not do that? But I kind of would like to see a movie, but at the same time, like you said, they could do so much with the series and
Yeah.
limited series, of course. Yeah. So
All
time will
right.
tell, I suppose. While promoting The Long Walk, producer Roy Lee reiterated that the Bioshock movie is still in active development, and it's definitely going to be based on the first game. I
Hmm.
guess fans were kind of wondering what was going to happen, if it was going to be its own
Yes.
story.
Yeah, which
How do
which
you feel
makes
about
sense in
that?
this world. I've been excited for this, but we've also been hearing about them optioning a Bioshock movie for fucking years. So
Yeah.
it was always one of those ones that like it's like, oh, that would be so cool. They just like the laundry list of other things that they have claimed they were going to get made into a movie. But this one, it sounds like, given the current environment and the current
Mm-hmm.
temperature of video game based projects, it makes total sense for them to push this one forward. It has a large dedicated following, even though we haven't had a new game in years. It's still just such a solid story and a very, very
Yeah.
rich and beautiful environment that I get why that people were wondering when or which story we were going to be based on, because are we going to end up seeing Rapture before it fell, or are we going to jump in where obviously we're going to be after the fall of Rapture and all of the shit goes crazy and everyone's
Hmm.
juiced up on their crazy ass powers and stuff. I feel like if they were to jump into Bioshock Infinite right out the gate, that would be a lot for people to take, especially right now, given the current political climate.
Yeah.
That game is pretty heavy right at the start. So, yeah, good move
Build
going
our
this way
way up to
first.
that.
Yeah, let's warm up to the whole concept of the world first. I feel before we get into analyzing ourselves.
Mm. Yeah. You know, a lot of people don't like that happening in real life these days. So,
Nope.
staying in the realm of video game movies, thanks to a recent teaser trailer, we now have a few updates on the follow up to the Mario Brothers movie. First of all, we know that it's going to be released April 3rd, 2026. But more importantly, we now have an idea of where the movie's going because it's called the Super Mario Galaxy movie. So clearly Mario's going to space and we're going to follow him in the Mario Galaxy franchise.
Isn't
I'm thinking
this?
we're jumping the shark here. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, because isn't this the one, like this was like the first one for the Switch, I believe, was the Super Mario
Switch
Galaxy,
or GameCube, I believe. Yeah, let's
or
see.
the last one for the
Or Wii.
GameCube, or the Wii. That's right. Because it's that spherical planet jumping mechanic,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm not. I guess to be honest,
Like,
I thought they were going to jump straight to Odyssey, so you could have all of the
yeah.
different worlds and shit. So I'm kind of surprised
That's
this is what they went with.
yeah, it just feels like there's so much to do in the Mushroom Kingdom. We just saw a little bit of it, and all
Yeah,
the worlds. Like, uh, we were getting reports that this was going to be Super Mario World opposed to Galaxy, so we're just jumping past the whole world.
right.
And I don't know, and the fact that we're getting it next year, it's just like holy shit, that's quick. Even though I
That seems
guess it's
fast.
been 3 years. Yeah,
Oh yeah, but like I feel like they spent a good amount of time in the first one, so
true,
I guess
but
what is it? We know the formula works, so we're just gonna crank
true.
this bad beezer route. I don't know. I also
Yeah,
didn't. Unfortunately, I just didn't get it on the. It's a fine movie, but I didn't fall in love with it
fair
like most
enough.
people did. I hope we
Yep,
get more of the other characters because calling it a fucking
right.
Mario movie is kind of a joke too. It's a Princess
Uh-huh.
Peach the
It was
movie.
She was the star.
Yeah,
Donkey Kong got a little time to shine.
I wanted
Yeah.
more Donkey Kong. I wanted more Luigi. Luigi got
Oh, yeah, the
shafted in the
sidelined
first one.
Luigi big time,
Bullshit.
right?
We need more of that guy.
I'm with you.
um, yeah, I don't know. I like. why not fucking Super Mario Sunshine? Why not watch him go after all the
clean up
adventures?
the streets first.
He's tries to go on vacation and all of that goes awry. I think that would have been kind of fun. I don't know. We'll see. It's not what I'm super hyped about, but I will definitely watch it because it does have a lot of heart, and I can forgive the casting of our hero because you have a lot of other great talent in the movie that I appreciate. So
yeah, it's rough.
It's an accent.
Yeah. Well, speaking of wanting to see more of a guy, Dennis, Michael Caine retired back in 2023, which I completely forgot about. But it looks like he's stepping out of retirement to co-star alongside Vin Diesel in a sequel to their 2015 sleeper hit, The Last Witch Hunter.
Totally a movie most people don't even remember exists.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, I still haven't watched it. I think I've had it on my Netflix queue. It's one of those, like, as it gets added and removed from the catalog, it gets bumped back to the top. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'll watch that sometime.
And I guess that's the main driving force here. Apparently, it did crazy numbers on Netflix. So, like, let's do a sequel the 8 years later. And it's like, okay, but why? Michael Caine could do anything he wants, and this is the slot he's coming out of retirement? Does he need the money?
I think maybe it's just kind of the thrill of doing it again. What is it? Like you said, 92, 93 he's up to. I mean, the guy is he's a legend. So I think it's cool that he wants to just keep on going, keep trucking.
Right.
There's a lot of the greats.
You think he got bored being retired, going from always working to just living a regular life?
He's been acting in movies since he was in his 20s, I think.
Easily.
This is what the guy does, you know? Michael Caine, I can keep singing his praises, but it kind of makes sense. If the guy wants to be in another movie, fucking let him be in another movie.
I just wish it was a better movie that I would want to see.
Right. I totally feel you there. I totally feel another a sequel to The Italian Job, please.
There we go.
That would be sick.
Well, all right, moving on. Fede Alvarez recently announced that the script for an Alien Romulus sequel has been written. Not only that, but he will produce the film alongside Ridley Scott. But the bombshell here, Dennis, is the fact that he will not be directing it. They're actively searching for another director. How do you feel about this? I feel like he made that movie special and he really cared about it.
He made me feel like a brand new movie. He made me feel like I was watching a movie from the 80s. He did such a good job on handling the material and delivering a story that was interesting and unique to the Alien universe, that it didn't feel like we're just rehashing the same thing, which I think is fair to say of most of the Alien films. But
fair enough,
but this one stood out on its own. It didn't have to borrow too much from like we didn't need Ripley to show up or anything. Like not that she could, but I love this the way they're telling the story here. I'm a little nervous though, because he did such a good job of making it work the way it did. It doesn't mean that they won't find someone fantastic to direct. No,
they totally can. But just listening to him doing interviews on podcasts, he had a passion and appreciation for it. And even back then, he sounded like he knew where he wanted to take the franchise. And I'm like, did Ridley Scott force him out? Did he feel like a little pressure because people liked this better than Covenant or the other movies?
Well, maybe it's one of those. It's just kind of like I've done this. I've now done one of these. I need to creatively move on to, like, producing is one thing, but directing is another sort of intimate relationship to have with the story, with the script, with the film itself. Maybe that's just how he rolls.
Now, let me throw this way to you. Would you like to see Noah Hawley come in after Alien Earth and do a Romulus sequel?
That would be cool. I mean, Alien Earth has already been great. There's another one we're behind on. Fell behind because of all the other stuff.
Same here. I'm probably like on episode 4 or 5 out of the 7.
So fucking good. I've been loving it. It's although different. It's different in tone. There is very much a reverence for what we're seeing here, like where the story comes from, and I have been loving that since episode 1. So. The fact that I get for some people it's might be a little too slow or too slow of a burn, but that's what all of the Alien films used to do. You know, if you go back and watch Alien again, you know the big bad monster's coming,
on.
but it's that anticipation is just it's delicious. I love that buildup. And Aliens as well. It's although it's a little bit faster, it adds a whole other flavor to that alien gumbo that is so wonderful.
Yeah.
We're just gonna ignore 4. 3's all right, but let's just pretend 4 didn't happen.
Resurrections?
Oh God, yeah. She's fucking schooling like the half court, the basketball scene. Yes.
And was Ron Perlman in that? I think.
Yep. And
man, what a movie.
Couple other random. It was what a pile. Yeah, that was. I know several episodes back. I went back and hammered through a bunch of the Alien movies. I think that was around Halloween last year or something.
Oh wow, yeah, that was right.
That was a. Oh. Oh my God.
Hey man, at least we know we're in good hands with the TV series, and hopefully the next movie follows up good. And that we're in good hands with the Predator franchise. Now, this is what I'm wondering. Maybe if he's stepping aside so he can go and work with Dan Trachtenberg and maybe merge their two styles together for a AVP remake.
Yes,
I don't know.
I very much want that. As cheesy as the AVP movies were, first one's a little better, but their versions of the story, like the way they've been handling, and if they bridge those together, would be just so fucking epic. I know there's long-standing comic books and video games from back in the day that have brought these worlds together. To finally see a true horror movie that isn't this, again, layered, like, let's be honest, the first 2 AVPs are aiming for a much younger audience.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And like, even when we were that age, it's like, okay, this is what we're getting. Sure.
Yeah, it was still cheesy. Yeah, right? Exactly.
Like, I remember going opening day, I think it was like Christmas with some friends to see AVP. I think it was AVP, and they killed a kid in the opening. I'm like, oh, fuck, we're in for a trip. And then it's like, oh, no, that was the only badass part of this movie.
Right, and the rest of it's just very, yeah. It just didn't land. Other than, man, I did like the whole getting brought into the clan thing at the end when the chick got burned with the alien blood, like you chopped the thing off and gave her it's like, yeah, you're one of us now. I wanted more of that. Like, it would be cool if that got referenced in Hunter of Hunt or Killer of Killers or something, you know, like one of those things where it's like they clearly keep a very thorough catalog of beings that they've interacted with. So I don't know, maybe but yeah, them bringing those worlds together again would be fucking awesome. And
I feel like that would make me feel a little more at ease knowing that he left to go do that. But I mean, there's been no word of that, but I'm hoping maybe that
I'm hoping with you, man. I'm very much hoping with you.
Yeah. Well, this next one here, Dennis, James Gunn recently announced the sequel to Superman will be titled Man of Tomorrow, and it'll be a Lex Luthor Superman team-up movie. And it's going in production this April. That's being fast-tracked. How do you feel about teaming these two together in the second movie, essentially, in the Superman world? I know you haven't seen the last one.
Unfortunately, I haven't seen the last one yet. But from what I understand in the comics, this is something that did happen when it was like, because Lex Luthor, at the end of the day, he
thinks he's doing the right thing.
Yes, he believes if he controls the world, he can make everything better. If he influences everything, then that is the ideal outcome for everybody. And if there's a threat larger than everything else, then yeah, he will help Superman accomplish that goal. But then I'm wondering, what are they fighting then? Is this like have we done Doomsday in the DC universe yet?
I don't think we have. And I know a lot of people are thinking maybe it's going to be Brainiac, but I'm wondering maybe could it be Bizarro Superman, because some things that happened in the last movie could kind of lead into that. And maybe it's getting revenge on both these. I don't know.
Bizarro Bizarro world would be cool.
He also did say that Peacemaker season 2 is leading into this. So we might be seeing a little bit more coming in the next few episodes of Peacemaker, which I haven't even started the season yet, but
same here.
I'm so excited to watch it.
Yeah. Oh God, yes. Season 1 was so fucking good. It's on that list of when I know we're just going to watch only the show and not get distracted. Yes, exactly. Yes. Exactly. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. It's just too much fun to like have it in those bite-sized morsels. I'd rather run through it as much as I can.
You know who I hear is pretty good in this season? Tim Meadows. And I'm always a fan of Tim Meadows. So to see him in a more serious role in this universe, I feel like could be fun.
Nice. I did I can't think of his name from The Office.
Grillo?
I guess he has a bit part. I remember seeing
I don't know.
David Denman.
Oh yeah. The guy that was going to marry Pam initially.
Yes.
I love that guy and everything he does, man. I would watch him do anything.
He was so stoked to be a part of the series, and he transformed himself to get into the character that he ends up playing. So I'm excited to see that all that arc play out, and it's going to be I'm excited for it. It'll be cool.
So, but how do you feel about this news that we just got Superman in July, and now it's like April, we're starting the next one? Like, does that seem kind of rushed, or do you think
that seems really fast?
He's probably been planning this since he wrapped production.
Because as soon as it came out, Gunn was coming over to DC. I think he's already been playing. He's been writing this shit since then. So this is years now of preparation that have come into this. It's kind of like, now that they got to start making the actual money off of the previous Superman film, like, all right, let's do it. Like, let's fucking turn the key. Let's get this machine. Let's get the machine going. I don't blame him.
Hell yeah. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm intrigued. All right. Well, back in August, The Spare in Las Vegas made headlines because they were starting to show an abridged version of The Wizard of Oz, which had been touched up by AI and presented in this immersive experience. And reports claim that the movie is grossing upwards of $2 million a day, and it's on pace to make $1 million in profit.
How much? Jesus, how much is a ticket?
Cheapest ticket, I believe, a matinee is $65, and then it goes up from there depending where you're sitting.
And it's not even the whole movie. So
yeah, it's like an hour and 18 minutes, I believe.
Oh my god! So you cut like the movie in half. Jesus.
And so now Warner Brothers seems to be planning to do this with some more of their beloved IP. Rumor has it Willy Wonka, The Matrix, Harry Potter, and Lord of the Rings will get the Spare treatment.
Okay.
How do you feel about that? I'm mixed. I want to like it.
The gimmick is interesting, but it's a gimmick. You know,
exactly.
It only applies to films that I feel have worlds that can be as engrossing as that. The films you just listed off actually that kind of makes a lot of sense. That's all.
But like being cut down and changed up with AI technology, I don't know.
That's where you start to lose me, because I'm like, so what are we going to see in the fucking Matrix? As we're not going to spend half the movie in an office building or a single room, because that's going to be boring as shit. There's only a handful of scenes that are, it's like you can really mess with that half dome sort of space, that experience. Same with like Harry Potter. Like, what are you choosing to cut out that the story continues to make sense?
That it's not going to be like, oh, what we're missing this and that. It's like,
and that you're going to inject all this other stuff that like, and I've seen a few clips, and I'm like, it's kind of cool, but what am I supposed to be watching? Like,
where's your eyes going? Like, I hear they're even blowing around like leaves and stuff when the tornado comes. And Dennis, you're going to be in Las Vegas next month. You should go and check this out if you get free time.
I'm gonna be in San Francisco next month.
I'll send you half the money for this. What's up?
I'm gonna be in San Francisco, not Vegas.
Oh, San Francisco. I thought you were in Vegas. Damn, dude.
Oh no. Yeah, that gig. I
would have paid for half of this to get a review of this.
I would have paid for the other half. I would have done it. That's 100%. No, easily. That would I would review the Sphere version of. And then next time I'm out there, if I get a chance and they're still running this concept. I'll try to see whatever it is that's there, and that would be an interesting review.
Is it crazy that this has been less than a month and they're making $2 million a day?
Yes,
a day.
That's insane.
How? What?
It just tells me it's just.
Are there?
I can't. Well, I guess if it's only an hour and less than an hour and 20 minutes, which is ridiculous to me, and you're not trying too hard to clean the fucking seats between each movie, you could run through a lot, at least 10 or 12 showings a day if you show it, well into the night.
All right, I got the website pulled up here. I'm going to see. Apparently, you got to buy on Ticketmaster. So let's see. Let's go for tomorrow. What do they got? Okay, so they got 2 showings here. They got 5 PM. Oh no, they got a couple. 5 PM and 8 PM. And then there's suite reservations you can make. So let's see what time, how much the
Oh my
5
God.
PM costs. All right, we're loading here. Accept. Holy, okay, let's
What?
see.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Okay,
they're making
nope,
they're making $2
I'm
million
wrong.
bucks a day because
Today
they're
they got 3
$1,000 fucking
showings.
tickets.
All right. $109 for like the balcony in the way back. 134 for like the middle.
Get fucked.
119. Okay, so I guess it's not super bad, but let's see. Does it go up at 8 o'clock or does it stay in that price range? Okay, so the price range is fairly staying at that point, but
it's consistent.
like a lot of these seats are already sold out. Like it's crazy.
$100 fucking dollars.
And I'm looking here. It looks like there's 409 rows that they can pack up here.
Wow.
That's
oh
crazy.
My God, it's massive.
2 to 3 showings a night. And like I said, you can also get suites to see this. And I feel like if you're in a suite, that might ruin the experience, but maybe I'm wrong.
Right? Wouldn't that limit your field of view?
I think so. Oh, wow. Okay. The suite tickets are $297.43. What a weird price.
Insane. I'll admit though, if it's the right thing, I probably would pay $100 to see them. But you've got to load it up enough that I feel like I'm getting my money's worth. If you took Star Wars and you took the episodes 4, 5, and 6, and you gave the sphere treatment to all of the battles. So like, let's watch the fucking trench run. Let's see the battle of Hoth into the Battle of Endor, and just like really take our time to feel like we're a member of Rogue Squadron or something ourselves as the audience. That would be so epic. That I would easily pay $100 for to see, just that feeling of being inside the universe like that. Because I get it, you couldn't then do the whole movie that way because it would start getting messy. Unless it's like, although as I say that, seeing Luke and Leia swing across the gap in Death Star in a space like that would be kind of cool.
That'd be pretty bitchin'.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. All right. I just talked myself into it. Now they got to do Star Wars.
I mean, we do have 4DX seats and stuff. Do you think this could be I guess you can't replicate it because the Sphere is so original. Could you see this being like an IMAX experience where people shoot in the Sphere, like how people shoot movies for IMAX, people shoot for Sphere? Like, could you see if like they did, like Patty Jenkins did the Rogue Squadron movie in Sphere atmosphere? What would that be?
I mean, that would be cool. I see what you say. Yeah, because isn't there only one more of these on the planet? Like, there's only one other sphere, I think, like in Saudi Arabia or something like that. I mean, I could kind of see that, like you said, like the way people have adapted, like the IMAX frame and stuff.
Abu Dhabi. Sorry.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. Okay. But I don't know. At the same time, it's like that we also thought they were going to start filming movies for like VR headsets where you're sitting there and looking around watching the movie happen around you. That didn't really
Dennis,
happen.
You can get VR porn, so shut your fucking mouth.
It is the pioneer of any storytelling format. Porn always does it first.
Just ask the people over in what was it? Bobby De Niro in Tropic Thunder. What was his name in Tropic Thunder?
Yeah,
it was Jay Baruchel.
It was Jay Baruchel. That was, the battle between Blu-ray and DVD. You talking to me the whole time? Well, I was just talking to whoever's. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Listening. But I'm with you, man. I feel like this could be a fun experience, but it's just picking and choosing how to.
Yeah, it's a gimmick. I'm not gonna like. Yeah, I think we're totally on the same page. It's like, yeah, it seems like it's cool, but I'm not gonna like be flocking to it for every single thing that they think up, because again, it looks weird that the AI wispiness that they did to everything made Wizard of Oz look really funky in the clips that I saw. So I don't know if it's the right thing, maybe, but I also don't want to feel like you're ruining a thing I love.
A beloved franchise.
Yeah.
And even like when I went to fucking Thailand a couple of years ago and they had the fucking walls, I forget what the fucking name of it, where the walls project shit.
Yes.
I saw Napoleon. And that was a gimmick. It was just like extra bullshit that wasn't even really important to the story. So I'm like, okay, so cool. I saw that. Moving on. But I feel
Right.
like the sphere at least gives you slightly more. But like you said, you're getting a little weird uncanny valley situation.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I would say, if anything, I'm more up for what you described, because it reminds me of the attraction at Universal, the
Yeah.
where it's like they start projecting things around the edge of the theater screen in front of you. That's cool, and
Mm-hmm.
it just adds to drawing your attention forward and feeling more pulled into the world without it requiring all this extra bullshit. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's only a little bit more work, I feel. I mean, it's still a considerable amount of work, but nothing like to the
Yeah.
scale of the sphere. So
And that's like I also all the time where you see like trailers where like you got like your fucking black bands on the top and bottom, and then it's animated, or like characters come out and it's like a 3D effect, and it's like, why can't we just get that as a full movie opposed to seeing a 3D movie with glasses? The capability is there,
oh
but they're
right,
not putting
yeah.
that effort in. I don't know if I'm explaining that right. I don't know. Sorry.
No, I get what you
I
mean.
just said random words. All right. Speaking of a classic franchise here, Dennis, a couple of episodes ago, we mentioned that the rights for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre were up for auction, and there were some heavy hitters bidding on it. Well, early reports are claiming that A24 has won the rights to the franchise, and it sounds like their first task is to create a streaming series being produced by JT Molnar, Roy Lee, and Glenn Powell. But supposedly Glenn Powell won't star in the series.
Okay, good.
Do you want to see a Texas Chainsaw series? And would it
I'm
be the
curious.
kids going there, or would it be the family? What do you think?
It'd have to be the family. I feel like it's and then your rotating cast is whoever they're terrorizing or whoever they're lulling into their home. And obviously, how do they interact with the people in town? Like those are the things
Yeah.
that some of the movies touch on, that I think it would be really cool to kind of see that explored further in a series. I mean, there's so many Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. You forget which ones even exist. Like, forget Alexandra Daddario starred in one where she's
fuck yeah,
she's
hell,
his cousin or something.
even
Like,
before that, didn't Jessica Biel star in one too?
that, and it's still one of my favorites. It's so unnerving.
That was probably the
one
last one I fully enjoyed.
Arlie Ermy was so fucking foul in that movie. It was so good. That cast was great. And I would say that movie is what changed my opinion of slasher horrors. That was my start
That
to
would make sense.
and then from there I was able to start enjoying and appreciating some gnarly slasher films. So I always have a soft spot for that version of Texas Chainsaw. So, and then that brings up the question: all right, are we taking it back? Are we going to make it a period piece going back to the 70s? Are we bringing it out to the modern day like some of the other films have? Which were all bad, in my opinion, when we started making it all present day. It's way better if you have it set in the 70s. I like that limitation. Yeah. And
now,
let's not worry about all the technology and shit.
How do you feel about A24? I like their stuff, but sometimes they can be a little bit more art housey and a slow burn. Do you think they do that with this franchise?
It wouldn't surprise me if they did. I don't know how long it's been since you watched the original Texas Chainsaw, but
I saw it last Halloween with one of my old bosses. We went and saw a midnight showing.
I mean, it takes a minute.
It was before we get it.
Burn, it takes a long time before we finally get into Leatherface terrorizing our compatriots, just trying to drive through town to get to a concert. Yeah, I could see that though. I think given the original film, that is very much in the tone that A24 would bring into a modern audience. Probably quicken the pace a little bit, and then obviously it'll be more concise in its cinematography, and the visuals I think will come off better. But I think that story fits perfect into their catalog. So,
and I gotta say,
let's see what they got.
The producers here, I'm impressed by. JT Molnar did one of my favorite movies last year, Strange Darling, and that movie knocked my socks off. So if it's anything like that,
that's
cool.
Right.
And Roy Lee and JT Molnar just wrote The Long Walk that just came out. I'll be reviewing later. And Roy Lee produced The Long Walk. So those two together, I'm like, all right, I like that. And then Glenn Powell. I feel like this guy takes major swings with what he does. So I'm intrigued by that trio.
And bold of him, I'm glad he's not just trying to stick himself in the movie.
Yes.
There's certain actors we've seen way too much of. All right, yeah. I hope there's an acknowledgement of. I mean, obviously, he's already got big movies coming out.
He's a franchise maker.
Extremely mixed feelings about freaking Running Man. That is not the Running Man I want it to be.
Rough.
It's
and I love Edgar Wright's, but
this isn't it doesn't look like Edgar Wright. B, this isn't the story that the original one I'm in love with. It's not this.
It feels like a modern movie that's just all over the place. But we could be wrong. It's only a trailer. I'm hoping I'm wrong. But...
That's true. So as am I.
Yeah. And honestly, Glenn Powell has an upcoming Hulu show called Chad Powers that already got renewed for a second season. So he's already busy doing that and movies.
And I'm a fan of the source of that character. Are you familiar with where Chad Powers comes from?
Wait, was it like he would do like these characters on, I think, like Instagram or TikTok or something? Or
so this was a bit that Eli Manning. It's funny enough, we were talking about him earlier. It was a bit that Eli Manning filmed where they did very intense prosthetic makeup and dressed him all crazy, and he went to a college combine. Like he went to try out for a team as old as he is now. And it was this whole joke where his name was Chad Powers, and he of course he's just throwing bombs, and people are just like, whoa, what the fuck? But then he's like not fast enough anymore. He's not. He's a little too heavy for
half the goods to do it.
Right. It's the video. The videos are hilarious. Just seeing these people's reaction and watching people.
Oh,
talk
these
shit
are
behind
like legit. They're not like sketches.
Yeah.
They're like
real. It's legit.
Oh, wow.
And then there's the big reveal. It's like, oh, by the way, I'm actually Eli Manning, and and then everyone's finally in on the joke. But that's where it comes from. It was this like hidden camera-ish sort of like prank thing that Eli Manning did. So they're taking that, turning it into a real character. One of the things I appreciate is the college that he's supposed to be from originally was University of Oregon, where when he was a quarterback there, he's a duck. That's their mascot. Sure. I've got family that have gone to both OSU and U of O, so there's always that fun rivalry between the two schools. So and I love that they're getting some attention on the big screen in the series.
Yeah, well,
it's interesting. I think it feels kind of natural. I think that makes sense.
Like you said, I believe he's getting heavily in like prosthetics and stuff too, and I think that may be the gimmick here too.
Exactly.
Like,
so
and the other guy,
he's doing the deception thing. They're making him into like a real character, so to speak. But it's based on a sketch.
Okay, yeah, because it's a former college quarterback attempts to come back by posing as a walk-on player for a struggling football team. I like this cast. You get Steve Zahn, and that's the only other person I've recognized here, so I'm going to shut up. Oh no, Clayne Crawford. It doesn't matter.
I think we get and then I saw a character actor that we're both a fan of, and now I can't think of his name. That's in just like 1,000 things, and I can't think of his name.
Let's see. I'm trying to pull up the cast list here from, of course. Oh, Toby Huss.
Yes, there you go. Toby Huss, one of our favorites here in the show. Oh, yeah, he'll be in that series as well. So,
fuck yeah.
It's funny. I just happened to have the league on the other day, and the episode he was in playing the drug dealer. Say, you said you wanted a DVD, right? So that's cocaine. Well, I don't want cocaine. Well, then you should have said you wanted a VHS. I don't understand this menu.
I miss that show so much.
Yeah. It was so good. Oh.
Anywho.
Yes.
Warner Brothers has had a fantastic year at the box office with countless smash hits every month, it feels like. I'm talking a Minecraft movie, Sinners, F1, Final Destination Bloodlines, Superman's, Weapons, The Conjuring, Last Rites. Well, it looks like those record-breaking movies have made an impact, and the studio looks rather appealing to Skydance. And as we previously mentioned, Skydance purchased Paramount, and they've been making some exciting moves for the studio. And now they're considering doing the same thing with Warner Brothers, and they're looking at buying the studio for $70 billion plus.
Jeez.
I'm a little afraid. Like, I'm excited because I like what they're doing with Paramount, but now we have a big monopoly. We're knocking two big players out of the game. Merge. I don't know.
I don't like that. We already have. There's already too few conglomerates controlling all of the media that gets fucking made in this country. The fact that like 6 networks make all of television the movie studios are in the same boat. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of this. Like you said, Warner
Yeah.
Brothers has just been crushing it this year. Why not? I don't know. I
Well,
get it.
that's the
They
thing.
want
I
to make their
get-
money, but don't fuck with
That's the whole
formula.
reason Zazoff came in and has been fucking things up for everybody, because he was brought in to make it look more appealing to sell. But it's like you said, they're killing it. Why not continue and let that legacy live on in the
Yes.
rightful hands?
Yeah. It's Warner Brothers. The name still means something in
Yeah.
Hollywood, and and for fans of film, that name is synonymous with a lot of great films. So I don't know. I mean, let's be honest, it's very likely going to happen. But
Oh, yeah.
Are we excited about it? No.
No. Am I excited to see big things changing and coming for Warner Brothers? Yes, but I feel like those big changes could come from inside the studio itself. But
Yes,
we
agreed.
get no say in this shit. And the politics that went into buying Paramount were already sketchy enough. And
Yeah, and you want to do that all over again? Well, I'm like, the fucking president tried to get his fucking nose into all that business, and that is just disgusting. We don't need more hands messing with our movies. I just keep the fuck out of it. If you don't like the movie, then don't watch it. You don't need to tell people how to make it from the beginning like that.
It's not a dictatorship, but you want that go to another country where they control media. But here, well, I don't know.
I'm with you, man.
But this next story, Dennis, I'm super pumped for. After the 2023 strikes radically shook the industry, everyone, including myself, has been out of work. And a lot of us below the line workers were hurt the most and impacted the most. But while this time was happening, a grassroots campaign took place to unionize rights for the non-union positions. And it's been a long and tedious couple of years for this grassroots campaign. But recently, the set and office assistants on The Pit Season 2 have unanimously voted to get their positions unionized. And the hope of this whole organization is that underpaid and overworked crew members will get their wages raised, access to union health cares, turnaround times, and grievance procedures on the table, and to help give structure to these people who are kind of figuring out what they want to do in the industry, make a pathway for PAs, something that is a no-brainer. And it's like, why did it take this long to happen? I'm excited. I hope this happens more often.
I'm with you, man. That is incredible news. First off, an incredible series. I loved this show, and they did such an incredible job telling that story. That it's great that not only was the show good, but the people who were working on it did their job well, and they care about the people who are working on the show.
Yes,
all the way to the bottom. That is fucking cool, and that just makes me appreciate all of these producers. Noah Wiley, hats off to you, man.
Even like the people that were working below, like the producers and everyone, they got a vote, and they were even voting for these people.
Nice, good, yeah, exactly.
Like, most people don't understand. They think PAs are gophers, whatnot, but they're really the heart and like core of making something happen. They're put into all these shitty situations and being overworked and just underpaid, and it's always a thankless job.
And then they're always doing the PAs are always doing the work of many other people rolled into one. And I think it's a position it's a title that gets tossed around and treated like shit, and you're expected to ask for more. So you always got to be nice to the PAs, and and the good ones you always take care of, because they will keep taking care 100%. Of you.
Yeah.
So good.
So fingers crossed that more shows and more. Hopefully, this will become a thing that we don't get a vote on each show to show, and something that everyone will get the rights to.
Yes.
Like, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
So excited for this. Now, I hope that works for other below the line workers too, but if not, at least the PAs are getting their respect.
Yeah. If anything, it's a step in the correct direction. So
100%.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to do it for news here, Dennis. I guess let's get into our second part of the show, a little thing we like to call polls. All
All
right.
right.
Up first, Dennis, on episode 222, you reviewed the latest Ben Foster movie, Sharp Corner. So
I
I
love
wanted
this
to know,
picture.
right? It's just such a fun, and that's him in a nutshell there, man.
Right?
He's a badass.
Yeah.
He's a fun
Oh,
guy.
that's so great.
Folks, if you're listening to this show, check out our
Yes.
video. We get some fun graphics every now and again.
Yes,
This is one
yes,
of them with
yes.
Ben Foster. So the poll I had out here was, what's your favorite Ben Foster movie out of Get Over It, Alpha Dog, 310 to Yuma, and Hell or High Water? 4 movies I really love.
I was about to say, you picked
Hard choice for me
really
to
good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. I think I had, like, for me personally, I'd probably have to go Alpha Dog, just because
See, I was
that
thinking that. Yeah.
character is just so raw and so fucking brutal.
Mhm.
That fight in the middle of the party was like burned into my brain. And the mission he's going on, like, he's burned every fucking bridge that he
Mhm.
had left,
And he doesn't care.
and it's I'm going to find my brother. Like, I love the drive that his character had, but the piece of shit that he was in 310 to Yuma, I like that he was
Oh, I hate Westerns, but I loved that one.
that was great. And then Hell or High Water, I love that
Oh,
trilogy of Taylor Sheridan films. That was
perfect
such a
films.
fantastic. Because was it him and Chris Pine, Robin Banks?
Yeah,
Like,
and fucking the dude, right?
yeah,
He's the
Jeff
dude.
Bridges. Yep,
Yeah.
he's the
And I'm not
sheriff.
gonna lie, that movie, Get Over It, I remember liking when it was on like HBO and stuff, the teen comedy. It was something that we don't really see him do often, is
Right.
comedies straight up. But
Exactly.
do I remember it as much as those other movies? No.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. I think I'm tossed up between Alpha Dog and Hell or High Water, but I think I'd lean more
fair
towards
enough.
Alpha Dog with you.
Yeah,
but-
it's they're all like, it's all neck and neck, for me.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I'm happy we're on the same page on this. But are the Toasties with us, Dennis? Let's find out.
Let's see.
0% for Get Over It. All right, I get that.
Yeah.
0% for
Wow.
310 to Yuma. So we're in the zone here, Dennis. People are
Okay.
on our side. Which movie is going to sweep? Is it going to be a 50-50? 50% for Alpha Dog,
Oh,
50% for Hell or High Water. So we are
Nice.
finally on the same page as
All
our
right.
listeners.
I love you again,
Woo!
Toasties.
You challenge us sometimes, but you got there.
Nice. But those are great
Yeah,
selections, though. Those are solid
100%.
picks. So
Yeah. And
Oh.
all these movies are like over the span of 15, 20, even 25 years, I feel like. So longevity for him
Yeah.
as a character actor almost is fantastic.
Oh God, yes, and he's still got it, man. I like
Mhm.
there's no sign of him losing his edge or slowing down a
Not at all,
one iota. So
for
awesome.
sure.
That's all right.
Right?
Faith restored for now, Toasties. Till the next poll.
Right. All right. Here, up next on episode 222, I reviewed the latest Darren Aronofsky movie, Caught Sailing. So, of course, I wanted to know what the Toasties' favorite Aronofsky movie was out of Requiem for a Dream, The Wrestler, Black Swan, and The Whale. Now, for me, honestly, I'm not a giant Aronofsky fan. And I think the only one here that I'm really leaning towards would be Black Swan. But I don't know. How do you feel about these?
It's funny. I'd say I wouldn't call myself a huge fan of his, but I do enjoy these. So I'll admit I have yet to see The Whale, but I love the other 3 movies.
Fair enough.
But I'm with you. I have Black Swan. Black Swan I've rewatched the most out of any of these.
Yeah.
Requiem
It
for a
lives
Dream
rent-free in my
is
brain.
like fuck is like
That movie.
I need a palate cleanse after that. And the
You feel
Wrestler
dirty
is just,
watching it.
yeah, god damn it. And then the Wrestler is just so heartfelt, and like it's a heartbreaking tale, but
Yeah.
Black Swan is an experience. So
100%. I'm so
That's
pissed I
totally my
didn't go
choice.
check it out when it was replaying in IMAX for a couple of days.
Oh yeah, that would have looked cool.
I still
That
remember
would've looked
seeing it when it came out in theaters. So
Oh,
I can
yeah.
live with that. So let's find out what the Toasties have to say. 0% for Requiem for a Dream, which I thought
I'm
was one of his
surprised.
top movies.
Yeah, I thought that would have been a lot higher
Crazy.
up.
I'm with you.
That's
0%
shocking.
for The Whale. I think this movie swept the award seasons.
Yeah.
But honestly, if you go back and listen to my review of it, I fucking hated this movie. But apparently, so did the Toasties. 50% for The Wrestler and 50% for Black Swan. 2 for 2, Dennis. When does this ever happen with
Never.
us?
Never in the history of humankind has movie toast the toasties and the toasters been one.
Uh,
So that's good. That's good.
Exciting.
Syncing back up again, folks. That's what I like. That's what I like. We're on the
Right?
same vibe. But yeah, I mean, Black Swan, I think is kind of a contemporary classic.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then the Wrestler is one of those. I feel like it's like people's like, oh yeah, I've heard of it, and then you get that same person to finally watch it, and they're like, oh shit, yeah, that was
right.
And it's funny because so Adam and I years ago we're working on we've mentioned this in the show before. We were trying to work on a concept for a mockumentary style story about a underground wrestler, not underground wrestling, but like lower tier,
a whole league of underground wrestlers.
Yeah, exactly.
The death of the patriarch of the group.
Yes, and there would be this whole storyline. We'd follow one main character, but I feel like the Wrestler did a great job of kind of highlighting the struggles that people like the people who are dedicated to that craft, the people who are dedicated to the performance and what it takes to put in a show like that. It is honestly incredible what the lengths that they're athletes and actors combined into one. And I think that's why people keep coming out to watch this shit.
Crippled or death. Like it's life or death if you make one slight variation from the plan.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't get that.
It's a beautifully told story, even though it is. In my opinion, it's a tragedy. I mean, it is. Sure. It just is. There's no.
I'm not gonna lie. I was not a giant fan of the movie, but I agree with what you're saying. I just remember so many tracking shots of watching him walk from behind with the shirt off.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Movie? And was Marissa Tomei the lover in it?
Yeah, the love interest. Yes. The classic stripper with the heart of gold.
Yeah.
That is. Those pussy music. I want rock and roll. It used to be rock and roll. I love that whole conversation.
What I did love to come out of this was that episode of Sunny with the garbage man.
Yes.
What was the wrestler's name?
The actual wrestler's name was Rowdy Roddy Piper.
No, but wasn't he playing a character though?
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't playing Roddy.
The Maniac.
Yeah.
Maniac. Is it a bucket of chestnuts? Do you have any kids,
but I
Maniac?
do agree with what you said. It is like a gripping look at what these people go through every day and the struggles.
Yes.
So maybe I gotta revisit that one now with that rose-colored glasses on, or
rose-tinted.
Rose-colored. All right. Anywho, Dennis, let's get into the main part of the show here, Dennis.
The main event.
Like to call reviews.
Nice camera action. It's review time. Dennis and Adam, we gonna blow your mind. We're stepping up to the plate, ready to swing. Analyzing movies like a scientist would play.
I don't know why this music always gets me like pumped up for the episode.
Right? Oh yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
I am doing something here that you normally do. I'm gonna be talking about a retro movie, Dennis. I'm talking about Heat.
Proud of you.
The only reason I'm talking about Heat, Dennis, I recently put up the clip of us talking about the possibility of Heat 2 in casting, and I got some facts wrong, and that I felt bad about. But everyone, so many people reached out and were pissed. They're like, "You've never seen Heat." They were mad. They were irritated. They were talking shit. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it.
Okay.
It has this big a following. I got to give it a shot. So I pulled the plug.
All right.
And what a film, Dennis. So there's a lot going on here. All right. This movie is essentially, you got Robert De Niro is like a master fucking criminal. And he wants to pull one last job before he kind of retires and kind of goes to another country. And he's found love. And, but he feels like the heat's kind of onto him a bit. Al Pacino plays this kind of rugged cop who's been through so many divorces because he's married to the job and he can't really dedicate his time to anything but the job. And he kind of gets wind of what De Niro's up to. And it becomes a cat and mouse game. They even sit down and talk it out a bit. And as all this is going on, we're meeting all different characters of all their crews, getting into all these different backstories and personal things. And there's like a member of De Niro's group that's a killer. And De Niro's like, what are you doing? You can't be killing people. And it's just such a rich fucking crime thriller. But but by God, it's long as fuck. 2 hours and 50 minutes. The first hour and a half, I was so bored. I was ready to tear this movie apart. But then once it gets kicking, once it gets brewing, man, this movie is like an adrenaline ride, man. I feel weird talking about a movie from 95, but it's like, how did I miss this? And I understand why people were ripping me apart in these comments. Like the cast, like De Niro, Pacino, Kilmer, Ashley Judd, a young Natalie Portman, fucking the president on 24, Dennis Haysbert, Hank Azaria, Tom Sizemore, John Voight, Danny Trejo plays a character named Trejo, Ted Levine, Mackay Williams, so many like fantastic actors, and everyone's giving powerhouse performances, and it's gory, it's action packed. Oh man, I know you were like me and you haven't watched it. It's over on Prime. I highly suggest checking it out, but fair warning, it is tedious to get through the first act and a half.
Yeah,
but I'm happy that I gave it a shot. I'm gonna give a Heat 3 slices of toast.
Nice. Oh damn. Well, that's great. That's great. So I love that it paid off.
It did. And I was so afraid, man. I thought
getting raked over the coals got you to see a good movie.
Yeah. And we talked on that episode because I think it was 221. And we're like, maybe we'll get to it. Maybe we'll review. And in my head, I'm like, one day. But once everyone, like,
once they piled
I want to
on.
say it was at least 6 to 10 people. I'm like, you know what? They're right, man. I got to do it. I got to check it out.
Nice.
And, yeah.
Well, awesome.
But
there you go.
You got some heat from me about this next movie that you finally checked out. So
I
can't wait to hear about it.
I did. So this came about. Apologies, my phone locked up here.
No, you're good.
This came out about 3 years ago, 2022. In the midst of a lot of other great films coming out that year, but there's this little Finnish film called Sisu. This is telling the story of an ex-Finnish soldier who he had fought for years on a brutal front line with the invading Russians, and he had lost everything: his family, his home, all like his entire way of life. And he was such a brutal and unrelenting soldier. Not even the officers above him could tell him what to do. They got tired of trying to punish the guy. He was just so fucking hardcore. He became a one-man killing squad. They send him out on missions, and he would get the job done. He's finally walked off the line. He just wants to live a quiet life, and he's become a prospector, mining for some gold, while the invading German forces, the remnants of this of an SS squad, come rolling through and decide they want to take that gold from him, and he's not fucking having any of it. My God, I will say, Jelmari Helander, the writer-director, he crafted such a cool story that felt like so familiar, but still of its own flavor. You get a little bit of Quentin Tarantino vibes. There was a film I watched a few years back, Blood and Gold. Although it kind of reminded me of that, it is a very different story. Yes, there's gold. Yes, there's Nazis. Yes, there's Nazis trying to take the gold. But that's about it. That's where the similarities end, is right there. This is such a kick-ass movie right out from the gate. I love this, the sprawling vistas. The way they were filming, they put Lapland on screen. It just looked beautiful. I would love to see this place. Like the countryside they were in was gorgeous, and it was its own character. I loved that adorable dog that was he had along with him the whole movie. But I think we have a little technical.
Oh, I was so afraid for that dog the whole movie, man. I was like, don't kill the dog. This dog is so important.
Yes. Oh God. Every time one fuckers picked up the rifle, I'm like, don't get. When you kneel down to the dog on the dock, I'm just like, don't you fucking do anything to that dog. But my God, that actor starring in it, Jorma Tomila, holy shit, did he carry that movie so well for only saying like 7 words?
Right,
entire movie. He delivered so much on screen. He was able to he's such a good actor. I think him and the rest of the cast did a wonderful job. This is up there with me. Like I've been watching the shit out of like Fury a bunch over the last few years. This is now on that list for me of just like badass World War II movies.
Pumped.
fucking
when
loved
I
it
watched
so
it, I was like, Dennis is gonna love this fucking movie. And
yeah.
it took a while, but you got there, and I'm so excited that it worked out. And
Dude, you were
are you gonna
more right than you know. Like, I loved it so
like?
much. I'm excited for the
And I don't
sequel
know if you've
now.
seen, dude, yeah, the
Yeah.
Sisu Road to Revenge coming out September 21st is all about the fallout of all the people he killed and everything. It's like, oh god, it's gonna be
Yeah.
badass. I'm hoping.
The Russians aren't gonna be too happy with coming
Not at
across this guy
all.
again. Oh man, yeah, that was just so goddamn good. And it got me a little excited for this Rainbow prequel now. Now that I've seen
Right?
what this writer director can do, and he does good fucking work.
Mm-hmm.
The brutality, the over the top action, I it's totally forgivable in just the sheer ridiculousness of the things he could get away with. I mean, that fucking when the dog was charging at him, the last thing I was expecting was him to strike that match. And we're just like, what is he doing? Oh my god, the pickaxe into the plane and the plane takes. Oh Jesus, it just everything
And
about this movie I loved.
I normally hate fucking being broken into chapters, but it works so perfectly in this movie. I felt like,
And they actually felt like they were changing from one to the other.
yeah,
They're not just title cards they're dropping into random places. It's like, oh, it genuinely feels like the title of the chapter we're given, that is what's being shown here before moving on to the next one. And I think it earned every moment. It never drug its feet. There was literally not a minute wasted in this film.
true.
I loved it, man. I fucking loved it.
Nice.
So that all comes down to this, though. The number of slices I'm going to give Sisu, I'm dropping a 4. Man, I just fucking loved it.
Yes.
No exaggeration.
I don't know what I gave it, but I'm willing to bet I gave a 3.5 or 4, 100%.
That is just the action movies like we grew up watching and stuff. This feels like it is made by a fan of those, but I totally see that this would inspire the next generation of action movie writers, directors. This is exactly the type of high octane action and like the almost humor in how the execution of these scenes. And I love that. I love that feeling. And that's what watching a movie should feel like. In this type of movie should feel like. It's exciting. The laugh out loud reactions to just the fucking insane shit that would happen.
A one-man wrecking crew.
Yes.
And like you said, everything was hitting. Cinematography gorgeous, the landscape's fantastic, the comedy, the action, the gore, the everything about it was so
the fact that they actually were driving that tank around and like and all of that work between the trucks and the motorcycle and the planes that we like, all of it was great. It was great. The sets, the burned out village and the other buildings that they visited, like everything just worked. Everything worked.
I'm happy. So I assume you're gonna eventually get to checking out the sequel. Some point. Oh man.
Without a doubt. Yeah, that is
honestly, now that I'm looking at the schedule here, I think that's gonna be coming out by the time we record again. So could be a follow-up review on my end, or possibly both our ends.
Oh, that would be cool. Yes. Oh, I would love that.
And you've got me jazzed up. I think if I have time, I want to definitely watch this movie again because
you should.
It's just that good.
It really is. It really is.
But I know we've been talking a lot about that Rambo movie, and I'm like, but the director, man. So I'm happy that you see the vision I'm seeing, and it's like, all right, this could be a radical take on it.
Although like a little more reserved or based in reality, but very much that tone. He had like I can see that serious. The intensity. It's the intensity. Even the opening of him just mining for the gold. I loved how visceral that was. Like, and even knowing we're gonna get going to into a whole different place, I was already sucked into just watching, like the joy on his face, the settling in for like, all right, I gotta fucking ride all of this shit out of here to however far away the next town is. That was just, oh yeah. From beginning to end, I was all in. So,
oh man,
woo!
I'm happy it worked.
Yeah,
All right. Well, I got something a little more low key, a little more comedic, but drama a little bit here and there. An indie movie called The Threesome. I didn't know much about this movie, but I was intrigued. Fun premise, I think. So essentially, this guy's been pining after this girl for a while, and he finally gets a chance to get with her, but it's in a threesome. And then after that threesome happens, they actually start a relationship. Everything's going okay until she gets pregnant, and it becomes, will they keep the baby? Will they not keep the baby? And then they agree, all
Hmm.
right, fine, let's keep the baby. But things get complicated because the other girl from the threesome also got pregnant, and that throws a monkey wrench in their happy plans of what's going to happen.
Oh,
And then it kind of that couple kind of breaks up, but they're still in each other's life. And now this guy has to kind of be there for the other woman as well, who the other woman is kind of a shut-in. She doesn't really get out much, and she lives with their parents and told their parents that her boyfriend got her pregnant. They've never met a boyfriend. So now he's pretending to be her boyfriend to help her out
oh
as long as she
man,
tells the truth. And that gets a little too deep. And there's just all these different twists and turns and avenues. It's funny,
interesting.
it's sad, it's interesting, and the cast was phenomenal. The main character was this guy played by Jonah Howard King. I didn't really know him, but I have seen him and stuff. Apparently, he's in the live action Little Mermaid movie. He was recently in that terrible, terrible I Know What You Did Last Summer movie.
Oh,
Then one of the girls is Ruby Cruz, who I didn't really know, but then when I looked her up, I'm like, oh, she was in Bottoms. She was in The Sex Lives of College Girls, Mayor of Easttown, Willow. So I'm like, all right,
oh,
she's been around.
oh wow,
And the
yeah.
other one who I do totally know is Zoe Dutch. And she plays like kind of
Hmm.
the one that he's in a relationship with. And she's kind of smarky, kind of smart ass, kind of hardcore lady. And oh man, just these three together, they gel well. And there's some
Nice.
other character actors in here who you might recognize. It was just a delightful little comedic romance drama movie. It was just under 2 hours, and by God, it never drug. It was just really, really fun. And it had this sharp look to it and a really fun soundtrack.
Hmm.
I'm going to give the threesome 3 slices of toast.
Oh,
Really had a
okay.
good time
Oh,
with it.
nice.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, no, that sounds like an interesting story. I'll
Yeah.
check that one out when probably when it
I feel
streams.
like
But
I was going to say, I feel like this is a movie that I could totally see coming to like Hulu in a couple of months. 100%.
oh, for sure.
One of those kind of movies. Not to say it's a
Nice.
bad movie. It's just
Oh
because
no,
that's
it's
where
just
I feel like
the
people
natural
end up.
order of things, those things.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
And then to
excited for this
close out
review,
our
dude.
review section, yeah, I'm talking about The Long Walk. Now, when I first saw the trailer, it started off, I'm like, oh, it's just a period piece kind of war movie. And then I'm like, oh no, this is darker and it's more sinister. And by God, if you don't know the premise here, this is one of the earlier books of Stephen King. Of course, he wrote it under a different name, but everyone knows it's him. And it takes place in an alternative America. The economy is kind of in shit, but every year to kind of help things out, the government selects 50 guys who decide to enter this lottery to essentially be a part of this battle royale type of situation being televised to the world where they have to walk 3 miles an hour. And whenever they stop walking that fast, they get 3 warnings and then they get shot. And then it goes on as long as it takes until there's one final walker. And this movie is an hour and 48 minutes. And it's like, how can you really pull that much story out of people walking?
Hmm.
By God, they do it somehow. I don't know how they pull this off. And like I said, it's kind of reminiscent of Battle Royale, The Hunger Games,
Oh,
which is
sure.
interesting because it's directed by Francis Lawrence, who did the Hunger Games movies.
Oh, there you go.
So that
Okay.
makes sense. And the script is sharp. It's written, like I said, by this guy, JT Molnar, who did this fantastic movie called Strange Darling. This movie just was great. Like, you have a core group of guys, these 4 guys called the Musketeers, who are kind of helping each other out throughout this whole situation. There's kind of some foils thrown in there and some other characters who come and go. And it's all about unity, brotherhood, and also, all right, well, are they going to start turning their backs on one another? Are
Right?
they really
If there
sticking
can
it
only be
out?
one. I mean, that's what
Who
I
can we
found curious
trust?
about the trailer is like, I wouldn't be palling around with these guys. Like,
Uh-huh.
we're all good. Like,
And like,
everyone's gonna die if you think you're gonna win. So
yeah, it's insane. And it's like,
brutal.
oh, you also, one thing that you can get here is you get like this large sum of money, but you also get one wish granted. The government will give you whatever you want. And the cast, great fucking cast. As our main character, we have Cooper Hoffman, Philip Seymour Hoffman's son, and he looks a lot like him in this movie. I'm like, oh wow, he's
cool.
Fantastic. Different performer from his dad, but great here. As his sidekick, or not sidekick, the other guy in the walk with him is David Johnson, who was the sidekick to in Alien Romulus. He was kind of like the cyborg guy.
Oh my god, he was wonderful in that.
Yeah. He stole the show in that movie for him, but he did an even better performance in this movie, which is hard to believe. This guy is a true fucking talent.
That's fantastic.
Another guy in this movie, a member of their group, is Ben Wang. He was the new Karate Kid in the last Karate Kid movie. And then some other faces here and there. As Cooper Hoffman's mom giving a couple of scenes, but fantastic like performances, is Judy Greer. Like she is just like she's a widow, and now her son's going off to do this walk, and she may never see him again. And we're getting to see her be like tortured and tormented, and fantastic scene stealer when she's
nice.
And then of course, as the major, the guy running this whole ship is Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, and he's grizzled, and he's giving that performance, and he's not giving a fuck about anything. And by God,
that's so.
All these people put together, they are just fantastic, man. And
God, that's great.
While I was watching it, I'm like, all right, this is cool, but I was more thinking like a filmmaker or someone working on the crew. This was no easy feat. All right. So, and cast. So the whole movie is always moving. So you're getting dolly shots, you're getting tracking shots. Everything's always in focus.
Oh yeah. The logistics would be different camera angles.
Yeah. And all these actors have to relive all these different miles and walking. I know they're not walking for miles, but walking and talking and performing and hitting marks are hard to do.
Yeah. And shooting coverage of that and to maintain like any sort of continuity. That's like, whew, all right.
And somehow they have different terrain and different different like backgrounds at each mile as they go. That looks picturesque. It just like the cinematography, the acting, the editing, it had been a clusterfuck, but they pulled this off perfectly, man. I'm gonna give The Long Walk 3 slices of toast as well. It should be more, but something's like I can't give it 4. Definitely worth checking out, man. I think you would dig this one.
Yeah, I've been excited for this one. I was very excited to hear, and I'm very happy to hear that you gave it the slicing that you did. So definitely gonna push to get this one seen, ideally in theaters.
And if you can see it in the big screen, it'd be well worth it.
Nice.
Oh man. Well, and that's the thing.
That's
like,
great.
I wanted to hit different sections. I saw like since we last met, maybe 15 movies on the big screen, and most of them were like indies. And like, there's so many good indies that I wanted to talk about. But I wanted to hit Heat, a retro movie, an indie movie, and like a modern day movie. It was tossed up between this, Spinal Tap 2, and The Conjuring, and this one just was the best out of those 3 newer releases.
Nice. I would say I feel like that's a fantastic choice for sharing with the toasties out there. Those who might
100%
not know as much or unsure about whether or not to see it, like that right there is motivation enough for me to want to see it. So hopefully the same for you folks as well.
Totally. Well, I think that's gonna bring us to the end of the show here, Dennis.
That it does, yeah. That was a lot of great recommendations here. Finally, Adam has redeemed himself. I too shall redeem myself of the Heat here pretty soon. I know I said I've started it multiple times and I've never followed all the way through, but I will do it.
That's the thing, Dennis. That's the thing.
Do it.
Like I said, fuck it. Just cut to watch an hour and 45 minutes in on. Just fucking skip that first hour 45 and you'll still get what's going on here. It's a gripping. Like I was literally like, I want to shut it off. I'm like, no. I'm gonna keep going, and I was happy I did. And
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's rough for a while. But, yeah.
Well, there you have it, folks.
Sorry, I cut you off as you were talking.
Oh, no. It's all good. But yeah, there you have it, folks. There's our reviews for the week. Hope you got some good recommendations. If you're looking for a place to participate in those polls we were talking about, or maybe you got some news you're excited to share with us. We got a few of them social medias that those kids are on these days. over at
You
Facebook, X, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube. If you're watching, you're already here. Why don't you go give that podcast a listen at anywhere you can get your podcasties, the podcasters listening. Please give any of these platforms a follow. You get a lot of extra buttery, delicious, golden goodness of movie toasting we have to offer. And then catch the stream when you can. But it's all just in good movie fun.
Heck yeah. Speaking of good movie fun, Dennis, this December we have the 5th annual film festival we host called Movie Toast the Festival. And we have less than a month to get the late deadline films in. We have a good amount of films from all around the world right now, but for a couple of more weeks, you can enter your film if it's 15 minutes or less. And the fee is under $15, I believe, because we know you put your money into making it and we don't want to steal your money from you. We just want to share your movies with our audience. And you can find out all the info at those previous social media networks at movie_toast, or you could just head over to filmfreeway.com/movie toast the festival, or go to filmfreeway.com and search for Movie Toast the Festival, and you'll get all the info. And like we said, 5 years running. It's just a fun time. I don't know.
It really
feel
is.
about it, Dennis?
Yeah, I'm loving it. It's always something I look forward to every year. It's a highlight of the Movie Toast year. We have fun sharing it with you guys, and I think we have fun making it too. It's great to just see the incredible variety of stories that people want to tell, and all the ways they can be told, and how everyone around the world essentially just we all enjoy kind of the same thing in a way. There may be different flavors in culture and the way you want to tell your story, but when it all comes down to it, we all like watching films at the end of the day. So
100%.
it's a lot of fun. There's, like I said, great stuff out there. We found incredible examples of shorts in years past, and really excited to share with you what's being offered this year. And you'll just have to come. You'll have to come and see who wins the Golden Toaster this year. But you only know if you hang out with us and watch.
That's true. You can get all that information of when the festival is happening over at movie_toast as it gets closer to the month of December, because normally we try doing it right before the holidays, and it's free to watch right here on YouTube. Right. And it's only going to be up for a day or two, because we know we can't be leaving people's work up, but we want to be able to let people get a chance to get there if they can't watch the live stream. Of course, we do pre-recorded videos in between each movie and giving out awards, but it's all cut together and premiering live on YouTube. And we're in the chat talking to the filmmakers and the viewers. And it's just a fun time, I think. Yeah.
Agreed. That it is.
But you don't want to follow us, or you already follow us. You already entered your movie. You don't want to enter your movie. We do want to make the show better for you. We want to make it as golden brown and buttery as possible, but we can't do that without your feedback.
That is absolutely right. Please head over to Apple Podcasts and leave us a review. We just want to know how you're feeling. Just take the temperature of the show. We just want to make as Adam said, make the show as good as we can. We don't know that unless you tell us. So let us know what you think. We do keep up to date on those reviews, and we'd like to just keep cranking out the toast as well as we can for you, the toasties.
Yes, but you don't want to do any of that stuff. We get it. That's a lot to ask. We're just happy you listened or watched our little podcast. But we ask you to do one thing that's totally free and benefits you in the world, and it can mean anything you want it to mean. And that, my friends, is to please
stay toasty.
Stay toasty.
Adam and Dennis, they're the kings of the real. Reviewing new movies, they keep it real. Coast to coast, from LA to the east. On the podcast show, they feast on the beast. Adam's bringing knowledge like he's Professor X. Dennis with cuts deeper than Wolverine's claws. I guess Marvel, DC, they know them all by heart. Breaking down the plot, tearing every scene apart. They got the juice like Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. Breaking down movies with a sharp precision. Adam coming in hot like a John Wick hit. Dennis bringing the heat like the climax of a Tarzan flick.
All right. Woo! I think we finally nailed the stay toasty part of the thing. I think please, like you said. I don't know. How do you feel about that one?
I feel like we completely missed each other. Two fucking ships in the night. Like I fully had it all out
Oh.
said, and then I realized, oh fuck, you haven't even started saying it yet. Oh well,
Damn, I
you
thought we
hear
were.
them
Oh, that's
both.
funny.
It's in there. I think that's part of the joke now in it of itself.
Yeah,
It's just like
there we
us
go.
trying to get it said. Oh,
Uh,
but
man, oh
that's
man,
it's how it goes, man. I love it. It's a part
that's
of
for
the
sure.
it's a part of the charm of the toast over here.
You know what else I watched? Something that came out like 2 months ago, I think, at this point, that everyone's been raving about. I thought about putting on the show, but I'm like, I'll just do a video review. That K-pop Demon Hunters movie, man.
Oh yeah, I'm curious about that
That's
too.
it's okay,
I
worth a
yeah,
watch.
okay.
Not the best, not the worst. If you got like an hour and a half to kill, why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I
Uh,
heard clips of some of the songs. I'm like, okay, that's pretty
oh
catchy.
yeah,
That's pretty
yeah.
fucking catchy. I
It's
get why people
surprising.
are like casually listening to the soundtrack for fun. I'm like, all right, yeah.
Yeah, and like some of those are on like the Billboard Top 100s and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so,
Nice.
teaser, folks, there's a little itty bitty review coming out this week on our YouTube page. So check that out.
There you go.
Or it's out right now, depending when you're listening. But have you seen or watched anything good on TV lately?
As far as anything fresh, well, like I said, I've been skipping around a lot of random stuff. The just some of the garbage TV that I like. The Gordon Ramsays and the it's funny now that I'm put on the spot. I'm like, fuck, I can't think of anything. I know we
It's all
watched a
good.
couple of random just I was throwing random movies on while I was like doing chores and shit, and now I can't think of any of them. But that's why
No
I couldn't
worries.
count them as a toast, because I wasn't really obviously
Yeah,
they didn't imprint themselves deep enough. But
fair enough.
and
Well,
it
all right.
was
Well,
fun to
I feel
have
like I'm
School
trying
of
to
Rock on
force you.
again. No, I will
Yeah,
say
that movie,
that it still stands up. It's still great.
100%.
But
It's a shame they never did a sequel, but I'm like, you could never do justice.
no, I feel like you'd be trying too hard at that point. The charm of Dewey getting away with the whole
Yeah,
whole
like
thing
now he just has
is
his
how
own
it works.
school. Yeah, the danger's missing.
Exactly. What are they going to go do a bigger show? I'm like, well, we've done that already, like,
Yeah,
and
maybe they'll win this one.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's
all
even
good.
younger kids that they beat, and they're like, oh, we feel bad. These kids are
Yeah,
like, fuck you, and they
yeah.
kick their asses and go back to
Oh man, speaking of
kindergarten.
Jables, we're like a month away from the Tenacious D Complete Masterworks Volume 3, which is
Oh,
box set with a post-apocalypto, one of their spicy meatball tours, all their music videos from the past couple of years.
nice.
The return to the D, I'm hoping they're finally starting to post stuff and they're finally starting to interact a
Ah,
little bit. So I'm
that'd be
hoping
cool. And it's cooled off enough. We can
yeah,
resume activities. That would be great. That
I hope
missing
so.
I'm
It's been
missing
rough.
some D deep inside of me. It's
Yeah.
been a long time.
I know most people like I don't care or know what you're talking about. For me, it's been painful, man. It's
Oh,
been a
dude,
painful
yeah.
year and a half. I'm almost thinking that worse than not working in the industry the past 3 years. I'm like, well, at least there was music I could get, but now it's like,
Right.
yeah,
You
okay,
taking away the thing that was like fueling
yeah.
you. Yeah.
And that's the
Now
thing. Like, whenever I have a bad day or anything, I pop on like one of the albums. I'm like, it just melts away.
there you
And
go.
now I'm just like, I
Nice.
only got the 4 albums and some of the B-sides. Fuck. Yeah, it doesn't.
There you go. Now you get the extra
Ah,
fluff. You get all the bits
yeah,
and bobs. That's always fun too. I
yeah.
like those kinds
And
of
I'm not
stuff.
gonna lie, the Complete Masterworks Volume 1, a DVD I had watched so many times, I had to buy another one because the first DVD of the group just was unplayable. And then the second one, I watched a bit. It had like one of their Pick a Destiny concerts right before the movie came out, but it also had the Detour documentary, which was about them going the Pick a Destiny tour. But as that happened, the movie flopped, so you get to kind of see
That's
the
awesome.
downside of what they thought was going to be a big franchise for them. So it was
I
interesting,
think
but
what's
not
funny.
as good as
I think you had me over at your door one time when we watched that.
probably.
That
Probably. I
yeah,
watched it all the time.
it's great. No, but it was
Yeah.
very interesting because, like you said, that perspective, that's rough to have all of that, like all that momentum, and then just to hit that wall, like
And like they were questioning before that, they used to tour just acoustically. And like they went to lunch with like Dave Grohl. They're like, "Do you think we should bring a band?" And he's like, "Yeah, why not bring a band? Sure." And then like I think they went on Letterman, but he wanted them to perform, but he only wanted Jack on the couch, and that kind of course, ruffled Kyle's. I know it's nerdy shit on my end, but it was just
Oh
fun.
no, that's all part of it.
Yeah.
Actually, along those lines, I've been excited because Slipknot is doing their remaster. It's been
Oh shit.
the 25-year anniversary of their first album. I think it's
Huh.
25. Yeah, so I was excited for that. That was a
Yeah.
say like much like it's funny, much like that version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I also discovered Slipknot around the same time, and it was like
So
I
you
got
hold
into
that special.
yeah, like I didn't listen to metal before that. I kind of like resented it unless it was made like in the 80s. I didn't really care, but that
it's
first
funny.
Slipknot album, I was in.
It's interesting that you say that, because that's kind of how I feel about Tenacious D in School of Rock. I saw School of Rock so many times, loved that soundtrack, and then for one Christmas I was like buying CDs for myself, and I got like an Adam Sandler CD, Triumph the Insult to Comic Dog, and then I saw the first D CD, and I'm like, oh, that guy from School of Rock, and then my life depleted
Changed
from there.
forever.
And, yeah.
That's
yeah, before that, I
awesome.
listened to like Will Smith nonstop and loved all Will Smith movies, and then it became a Jack Black world for me. And then when they did Shark Tale together and Enemy of the State, I'm like,
oh, fuck, that's true. Oh, that's funny. So you kind of had a natural bridge, like that's cool.
But it's interesting how like you found that in Texas Chainsaw and Slipknot, and like it's funny how like different avenues will take us down.
Oh yeah, right.
Fandoms
and it start informing your taste, and then you don't know which things are
Yeah.
just like a passing phase or which things are like. I still go back and listen to the old first 3 albums of Slipknot are fucking solid. You know, still
It's
go back
funny.
and watch
Like,
that Texas Chainsaw.
Same thing. Like like every Spotify refresh year, like it's all like top 0.001% of Tenacious D listen, because that's like all I listen to. But I remember the
That's
first time
awesome.
popping in the disc into my fucking Discman. I was walking one of my dogs Christmas Day, and I'm like, this is fucking terrible. This is the worst fucking music. And then just listen. I brainwashed myself, and now that's all I listen to. I feel like.
That's awesome. Oh, that's great, man.
All right, we're probably pissing off people who are like, this podcast is still going on.
Right.
We can talk off mic, I guess. And unless there's anything else you want to get into before we.
No, I think that's the movie. That's all the movies I got left, and relevant stuff for the show here. But yeah, thanks for joining us, folks. Again, I hope you found some flicks you want to go check out, and until next time.